Okay, now we're going to move on to the gastrointestinal abdominal assessment. We're going to inspect the abdomen. And now we're going to auscultate the abdomen. Sometimes palpating can disrupt the bowel sounds. All right, so we're going to auscultate in all 4 quadrants, normal or active, bowel sounds, no aortic bruit. Okay, and then now we're going to palpate lightly in the right upper, left upper, right lower, and left lower quadrants. And then now we're going to palpate deeply in the right upper, right lower, and left lower quadrants. And now we're going to percuss the liver span. And palpate the organs. We're going to palpate the liver, spleen, left and right kidney. And we're going to percuss the abdomen, left anterior axillary line, left upper quadrant, right upper, right lower, and left lower. Then we're going to assess for CVA tenderness. On the right kidney and the left kidney, and none were reported. Okay, and now we're going to move on to the musculoskeletal section. We're going to inspect the system in general. Look at the patient's face. Look at her skin, which I can do simultaneously as my hair, skin, and nails assessment. Go back here. Okay. Inspect the arms. Left shoulder. The back. Left and right shoulder. Right shoulder. And then the hips and hands. Okay, now we're going to assess neck strength by turning the head right, left, tilt the head right, tilt the head left, and tilt the head down. And then we're going to go into shoulder strength. I'm going to push down your shoulders, shrug your shoulders up against the resistance. I'm going to assess bicep strength by pushing and pulling the forearms. Hand strength by tilting the wrists up and down and grasping the fingers. And then go down to knee strength. While I push slightly on your shins, I want you to straighten your legs out all the way. Okay, now hip strength. I'm going to resist your movement. Please push your knees up towards the ceiling. Great job, Tina. And now knee strength. And ankle strength. Point your toes like you're pushing a gas pedal. Then I will push back and I want you to keep your toes pointed, please. Okay, now we're going to assess for range of motion. We do extension, flexion, lateral bending, and rotation of the neck. Range of motion of the shoulders of adduction, extension, and flexion. Range of motion of elbows, flexion, extension, supination, and pronation. Range of motion of wrist by adduction, abduction, extension, and flexion. Range of motion of spine by extension, flexion, lateral bending, and rotation. Range of motion of knees with extension and flexion. Range of motion with the ankles, eversion, inversion, extension, and flexion. And then range of motion of the hips by abductor, adductor, extensor, and flexor movement. And then now we're going to move on to the neurological system. Going to assess motor skills by doing the heel to shin. Tina, please run your right foot down your shin. Thank you. Now run your left foot down your right shin, please. Great job, Tina. And now we're going to assess motor skills, finger to nose. Tina, can you please close your eyes and touch your fingers to your nose? Great job. Now we're going to assess motor skills. Tina, place your hands on your knees and turn them over. Yes, that's perfect. Thank you. Okay, now we're going to establish orientation, which I kind of already did in the interview questions earlier regarding the patient's health history assessment. Tina, can you tell me your name and date of birth? And can you tell me what building you're in right now? And can you tell me what the date and the year is? Thank you, Tina. Okay, now we're going to assess your ability to sense pain. Can you close your eyes and tell me if the touch is sharp, dull, or soft? Alright, so we're going to use the dull sensations on the right arm proximal, right arm distal, left arm proximal, left arm distal, and chest. And then we're going to go through those same locations with soft, and then the same locations with sharp. And we're going to do the same thing with the lower extremities of Tina's body. Tina, I'm going to have you close your eyes and tell me if the touch is sharp, dull, or soft again. We're going to do dull sensations in the right leg proximal, right leg distal, left leg proximal, left leg distal. And then do the same thing with soft and sharp. Alright, now we're going to assess with you closing your eyes, Tina, and say if your toe moves up or down. The left foot. And do the right foot. Okay, we're going to do the same position sense with your fingers, Tina. And have you close your eyes and tell me if your finger moves up or down. Thank you, Tina. And we're going to do the monofilament on your toes. Close your eyes and tell me when you feel the touch. Patient has decreased senses on each upper half of her bilateral feet. Okay, I'm gonna test for graphesthesia. Okay, can you close your eyes and tell me what I trace on your palm? Great job, Tina. Thank you. And now we're going to test for serogenosis. Tina, I'm going to need you to close your eyes and tell me what I put in your hand. Alright, so we're going to do a key, a paperclip, and a coin in each hand. Great job. Okay, now we're going to test for the deep tendon reflexes in the right and left tricep, right and left bicep, and then the right and left brachioradial reflex. And then on the lower extremities, we're going to test the deep tendon reflexes in the right and left patella reflex, and then the right and left Achilles reflex. And then now, we kind of already touched on the hair inspection when we were doing our HEE&T section. Inspect hair, inspect toenails. We'll go to this here so you can see my findings. Inspect the fingernails, and then inspect skin in general. Look at the lower body. Look at the knees, hips, ankles, hips. Okay. Can I recap my findings here? As I noticed, my screen was in the bottom and was probably covering up some of my objective findings. All right, Tina, thank you so much for your time, and looks like you are all clear to start your new job. Good luck.